Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about what my plans are for the upcoming, because it's inevitable, market crash or correction, depending on how you look at it, depending on what actually happens, because none of us can tell the future, and if you can, please be my friend because I'd like to know where my stocks are going. So I'm going to keep this short and simple. I'm just going to tell you what my plans are for investing over the next little while. I don't know if any of you have noticed, like maybe some of your stock prices have decreased over the last couple of days, and there is something definitely that is happening in the market. I think we're all sensing this big shift and change coming from the overvalued market that everyone keeps talking about, and what the correction will be. I'm just going to tell you about my experience, what I'm planning to do, and how excited I am for this moment. The first thing I will be doing is investing consistently. So I will be investing as often as I have been, but maybe I'll go into it a bit later. How often exactly? And I will still be investing in companies and ETFs, index funds that I believe in, and nothing has changed on that front. I don't think I'll be introducing any, except for like maybe some companies I've been looking at and was thinking they were quite overvalued, so didn't really want to buy in. This is potentially when I will buy into some of those other positions that I wanted to add to my portfolio for the long term. The next thing is I recently did a chart to see what my allocation was so I could see it visually, because I had it written but I didn't have the percentages like put together. So I was like, let me just make a chart on Google Sheets and see what it looks like so I can see if I'm on track and rebalance where I need to. I realized I'm holding too much cash in comparison to my portfolio and in comparison to other investments. It's not really an issue to me right now because for the most part it's emergency funds, it's some short-term savings that shouldn't be in the stock market at all, house deposit stuff. Like, it's mostly those things that are making up such a big percentage and making cash seem so heavy for me right now. So technically speaking, there's a reason why I'm so heavy on the cash right now in comparison to investments, which is not something I really want, but right now it's necessary because I need that cash in the short term, so it's risky to put it in the market if I'm planning to pull it out within the next 5 years. So that's why I'm not putting it in. However, I do have a bit of cash on hand for investing when there are huge dips. Any like extra cash I have on hand or that I'm saving that I don't necessarily need, or for saving for a particular purpose that I may not follow through with or may not even be able to do this year just because of everything happening, I'm keeping on hand as a like reserve for when I see huge dips where I want to buy. So keeping cash on hand is like something to definitely be doing if you can, just so that when there is a really big opportunity, you won't miss out on those huge dips where you can buy in at really, really good price. Cash on hand for buying in at huge dips. The next thing I'll be doing during this market crash or correction, whenever it may be, I don't know if it's happening now, looks like it's starting, but who knows, is going to be only looking at my portfolio opportunistically. So only when I am looking to buy in, that's the only reason I'm going to be looking at my portfolios. I'm not going to be selling anything. I don't know if I said that already. I should have said that. I should have prefaced this whole thing with, I'm not selling anything. So yeah, I won't be selling anything unless they're like free shares that I do not plan to invest in the long run. I'm keeping all my current investments and I'll only be, if anything, adding to those. So I'll only be checking my portfolios for opportunities to buy when it looks like things are starting to really dip majorly, and these are really good potential opportunities to buy in. However, I will probably be pound cost averaging into anything. Even if I see it's a huge dip, it might not be the end, it could keep going. So I will just be investing a bit by bit by bit. That is the strategy I think works best for me. Consistent investing is the way. And overall, lastly, there will be no real changes. I'm keeping everything the same essentially, except for buying some companies at a potential discount. There are a few that I wanted to buy into, but I'm like, it's not an emergency. That's why I haven't bought into them already. It's like, these companies are gonna do well and they are doing well. The best time to buy them is when they're lower, and then just to keep them for the long run. But currently, I don't have an emergency need to buy into them. It's just a want. So that's why I'm waiting for an opportunity. So if an opportunity comes and I'm like, okay, this is unmissable, then I'll buy in. But other than that, everything is pretty much staying the same. I am buying when I can and just making sure that I am balanced correctly. Essentially, I will be continuing to invest, continuing to make sure that I am exposed to the market, and also making sure that I have cash on hand for emergencies. While something I never talked about was cryptocurrency, and I'm not going to talk about it now, but if you guys would like a video on that, let me know in the comments down below, because it's something I have recently got into. So if you're interested in a video in that, I'm happy to make it, but I do understand that it's not for everyone, so I don't want to force it upon anyone who doesn't want to watch crypto content. So yeah, it's just something that's been really interesting, and yeah, I don't know, interested in sharing my thoughts with you guys. I know a couple of you have asked about my thoughts on it. So that's all for this week. I'll leave some links down below if you guys are looking for some platforms to invest in, to get your free shares. Take care, guys. See you on Sunday. Sorry. Oh, great. Sometimes you have to switch it up, man. PG tips, beautiful, love it. But sometimes you just need something different.